All right, this video is how to change a AC blower in a AC resistor in a 2007 Chevrolet Silverado new body style. The reason I'm making this video is from what I saw on YouTube as well as this Haynes manual, it's a little different. And I don't know if they changed the motor in other models or whatever, but it was not like any video I saw. And I want to show you what the difference is. To get this motor out, everybody talks about pulling down this clip and just turning the motor, and that does not work on this motor. And the difference that I found is that this one has a little clip and a little tube that draws in air from the AC to cool this blower down. And I had to figure this out because it wasn't in any video and it wasn't in the manual. And how I got this out was I put a screw in here and I pried this loose, and this piece dropped out of the motor. And then I did pull down the tab and just turn the motor out. What I found out after I looked at this was that this little clip right here, all you do is pry it off when it's still mounted, let this slide out of the motor, then pull the tab down and it'll just turn and you can remove it. Let me show you what that looks like when it's installed. First, on the passenger side of the truck, you do have to remove this cover. There's a screw right about there, and there's one over here. I already removed those, so you're going to pull this cover out. What I did is I moved it forward and then held it in place just by bending it up. I left it attached over on that side, and it gives you access to the blower motor right here. And then looking at the bottom of the motor, this is the screw or a little piece of metal we need to remove in order to get that little sliding tube out so that we can remove the blower motor. And I just used a screwdriver and I gently pried it off. It's a little flathead screwdriver. I gently pried it off, and that should let that piece slide out. There we go. So it's out. Then all you need to do is, probably should have disconnected the motor first. Well, disconnect the motor right here. Then we are going to pull down this tab, and the motor should turn and fall out, just like that. So that's how to do that. That's very different from the videos I've seen and the Haynes manual. Let me show you one more thing. The next is how to get to this resistor right here, because it's got a screw on the bottom and the top that you cannot get to from this bottom access panel. So what I figured out is to do it from inside the glove box. Let me show you. So I went ahead and put this access panel down here on the floor, and if you open the glove box, you'll just reach under here and you can feel where it stops. And there's a little, I would call it a tab. You just need to push it forward and you can drop this glove box. Then you can get to this resistor right here. Let me put a flashlight on that. There it is. So you can get to the mounting screw on the top and bottom through the glove box. I already took it out. or took them out, but it is held in place with a little star head screw, 2 of them. They look like this. It's a little star head. You can reach in there, take those out, and then pull the resistor out. And that one, you can see it looks kind of corroded. So the part numbers on these are right there. I did find both of these on Amazon. I'll put the part numbers in the description. Here's the motor. And the best I can tell, this motor is different. The thing that makes this motor different is this tube that takes in air from the air conditioner and cools the motor. There's a little inlet right there, and it's a little tube. It just sucks in air and cools the motor off. So parts for this are coming tomorrow. I'll show you how to put them back in. Okay, the resistor has arrived, and they are a little different. This looks to be like a slightly aftermarket part, but everything checks out the same. So I'm going to go ahead and use it. The way I diagnosed this, by the way, is my truck was running fine with AC. I literally got out of my truck while it was parked to do something. I got back in the truck and the air was not blowing. So what I did is I put the truck on the fresh air setting, and I was driving and I could feel cold air kind of coming through a little with the fresh air on. So it looked to me like the compressor and everything was working, and it was just a blower issue. So I got the resistor and the blower motor out, and what I'm going to do now, since I've only got one part, I'm going to go ahead and put this resistor in, hook up the fan, and see if it works, and then I'll know it was the resistor that was the problem. If I put the resistor in and it's still not working, it's probably for sure the blower fan too. I'll go ahead and replace them both in that case. So let's get this in. So the resistor has a little slit right here to help you know which direction it should be installed. In this case, it's like this with the slit down. So I'll go ahead and put that in. Okay, now I just got to screw it down. And we're just screwing that down through the glove compartment, just like we took the other one out. Kind of a pain, but it is possible. Okay, I'll put the electrical connections back in. Now with the connections back in and the car on, I'm going to go ahead and turn it on low and see if the fan moves, which it's not moving. So that leads me to think it's definitely the motor, and we're going to wait for the motor to arrive tomorrow. Okay, I've got the blower, and there's the part number right there. And if you look at it, it has the little thing for the tube. Comes with a new tube right here, and it says on here you've got to use the little retaining clips, which are right there. So it's the right part. Let's just hook it up, see if it works, and then I'll install it permanently. Alright, I've got the blower hooked up. Let's turn it on low, see if it's moving, and there it is. So that was probably it. I'm going to leave that resistor in there, and I'll probably keep the old one. Doubt I'll ever need it, but let me put it back in permanently and then test it out. Okay, I should be able to just put this thing in here and turn it. There we go. Okay, it's locked in. And then I should be able to slide this up and then attach it with this clip. All right. Then I plug the blower in somewhere right there. And then the other end like that. Make sure that clip is up now. That's good. Okay, I think we're good. Now let's turn on the air conditioner. And that is cold air. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you liked it also. Thanks a lot.